तो दोस्तों बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका स्पोर्ट्स तक में। और कल हमने आपको ये जानकारी दी थी कि किस तरह से कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में से मेजर स्पोर्ट्स को ड्रॉप करने का निर्णय लिया गया, और उसमें बैडमिंटन, शूटिंग, हॉकी, रेसलिंग भी शामिल है, जिसमें हर एडिशन में टीम इंडिया ने शानदार तरीके से प्रदर्शन किया है। और हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं बैडमिंटन के कोच विमल कुमार जी, जो इस मामले में हमसे बात करेंगे। सर विमल, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका।
Thank you for having me. Yes. Hi.
Vimal sir, how do you see to this whole decision of the Commonwealth Games Federation decision to drop the major sports, which includes wrestling, shooting, badminton, and hockey,
Hockey. Yeah.
all the sports that India has been doing quite well in Commonwealth Games?
Um, Even I'm also really surprised to hear this, and I don't know who makes these decisions. And but whatever, it is really very unfortunate. But I don't think just maybe directly targeting India or as such. But whatever the decision that is, in my opinion, I think it is very unfortunate. Really, my opinion, it is really stupid, I would say, because what is sport? Sport is a physical activity, and it is you where your physical abilities and mental abilities are tested through these sports which they have taken away. And whether it is a team sport, an individual sport like badminton, table tennis, these are all very technical and physically demanding sports. Similar way, in a team sport, hockey, then wrestling, it's an individual sport. But when you take them all away from in my opinion, Commonwealth Games has lost its relevance, and I don't think India should give much importance. We can, of course, make an attempt to, put them back in. But if they don't do it, the best thing to do is don't participate in the Commonwealth Games. What is Commonwealth Games? It is not as big as Asian Games or Olympic Games. So we have. Should be the priority can be for preparing the athletes, preparing better for the Olympic Games, Asian Games, and we can save a lot of money. And so it is. So I don't think it is worth with this sort of an approach from them when and going into Commonwealth Games. That's I firmly believe in that.
But do you think that this is an attempt to target India, especially in all the sports that India have been doing quite well, whether it is hockey, whether it's badminton, whether it's wrestling, whether it's table tennis, whether it's shooting? India at large have been doing quite well in these particular discipline as far as Commonwealth Games has been concerned.
No, because if you look at it, we have a good history. Badminton is concerned. We have always done well at the Commonwealth Games. India has always dominated. It was India and Malaysia. And at one point of time in the 70s, England were good, or early 80s. Subsequently, India and Malaysia have been, then earlier Hong Kong was part of it. But from 97 onwards, they are not there. And but even if you look at wrestling, we have always done well. So I don't think, it is particularly targeting India, because I think they're trying to cut the cost factor, and they're trying to put in sport which is easy to manage, less expensive. I think these are some things, but anyway, it will take away the sheen from the Commonwealth Games. And but I also feel that like I mentioned, if you look at bowling, it is not a physical sport. It is given so much of prominence at the Commonwealth Games. Yeah, it is a sport like bowling and dart and such things. If you introduce in Commonwealth Games, I wouldn't be surprised. If it caroms and chess and bridge and take away all the physical thing, and then now maybe the latest craze is pickleball. I wouldn't be surprised if they put all that in Commonwealth Games. And so personally, I'm very disappointed. And in my opinion, we have certain standing now, and especially Commonwealth Games. If you look at 2010 Commonwealth Games, that was one of the best organized games anyway. And and we did quite well. Subsequently, we have been doing well. So Commonwealth Games subsequently, it has been held in Australia and in Scotland, because many countries refuse to hold it. Yeah, because it is the
organize.
cost. Yeah, organize it because it is the cost factor. So I think we should not give much importance to it and just back off and
So
don't feel.
So that means it is losing its relevance over the years.
Yes, exactly. See, even if you look at it, the Olympic Games, this is the trend. Last at the Paris Olympic Games, and of course the arena, the playing facilities, all that was excellent. But the accommodation, because 10, 15,000 athletes they have to put up, they are put up in very poor conditions. The best athletes of the world are coming, and the whole the concept is that for these games everybody sit together, stay together, dine together. That is the concept. But I've seen athletes staying outside the arena, and because the accommodation is so bad, and so such things they should look into it. So Commonwealth Games, I don't think they can afford it, and so that could be the reason. And so we should just look at it, not to get unduly worried. We should prepare better for the Asian Games and the Olympic Games and such things.
Yeah. And my next question was related to that. That if that is the problem, then should there just be Olympics Games and Asian Games? Is it better to just organize these two events rather than focus on the Commonwealth Games, or scrap all Commonwealth Games altogether?
Because India backs off, who's there? Then it is just Australia, Britain, and maybe some of the Kenya. They are very, very strong, and but other than that, I don't think Canada, and it is not much of this. So we have grown up. We have listened to all these things because after this Commonwealth Games was introduced when in the 60s or 50s, and it was done when it was done, Commonwealth nations. But at that time there was some importance to it. But now we have moved on, and it is nothing. I don't see the level is that high. As far as badminton is concerned, I think India and Malaysia is way ahead of other nations, and so we need not have to play, and it's not going to benefit us in any way.
What should the Indian Olympic Association do to get this decision reversed? And if the decision is not reversed, do you think that India should not send
definitely
a team?
Definitely, because India sends a huge number of athlete contingent, for those, and if they don't listen to our Olympic Association, then I think we should not, because even I'm told, shooting also they've taken away, and
yes.
It is so I think it is not worth participating in the Commonwealth Games. It is that's what I strongly feel.
Should the Commonwealth Games be scrapped altogether? Because if this is what is happening,
because if a country like India and some of the other nations back off, then nobody will conduct it. And see, the badminton, table tennis, and others have a huge viewership, and India wrestling, hockey, it's a big following, and so taking that away, it is. I don't know what has compelled them. What is the logic behind it? Maybe definitely it is the cost factor. Definitely, it is a cost factor.
This will definitely hurt the medal tally if India do send their contingent for the Commonwealth Games 2026.
Maybe I don't know, but we still 2 years away, and Commonwealth Games, and
but do you expect a positive outcome, the reversal of the decisions in the future, because they're still 2 years away?
If India says that they're not going to participate, then let the ties in the Commonwealth nation be only on economic grounds and not on sport. So they don't take part. So definitely they will consider.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to us, and we hope the better sense prevail in this matter, and we hope to see badminton, wrestling, shooting, cricket, table tennis as part of the Commonwealth Games in the future. And let's see what the Commonwealth Games Federation takes a decision on, if a decision is being considered in the future. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to us.
Thank you.
मेरे साथ जुड़िए मनाने के लिए क्रिकेट का सबसे बड़ा त्योहार। मैच से जुड़े आपके हर सवाल का हम देंगे जवाब। जानने के लिए हर अपडेट, लाइव एनालिसिस, स्पेशल इंटरव्यूज, डाउनलोड कीजिए स्पोर्ट्स तक ऐप।